This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. You know, I just talked about Brian Kilmeade throwing the ball around with Ron DeSantis in a weird Fox News interview. Well, in a Fox News interview. They're all a little weird. But it really goes to show, that particular clip goes to bolster the point of this particular thesis, and that is that Brian Kilmeade has kind of had it with Trump. He's picked his horse in the race. Now, the clip I'm getting ready to play, I believe is just by virtue of knowing Brian Kilmeade as well as I do from a distance as a viewer. I believe this was an unscripted moment that kind of took everybody by surprise, where he brings up Donald Trump being at the top of his game or being the most disciplined he's ever been, but he gets a barb in there. He talks about him having gone to East Palestine, Ohio, in the wake of the train derailment and the poisoning of the environment and the people there. But he also mentions Donald Trump having lunch with white supremacists. And the reason that I think it's an off-the-cuff remark is because when I play the clip, don't watch Brian Kilmeade. Watch Ainsley Earhart, the woman who famously said, "What about the majority? I'm so sick of taking care of the minority."
What about the majority? Okay, I'm so tired of protecting the minority.
That Ainsley Earhart. Watch her, not Brian Kilmeade. Watch how uncomfortable she is. Watch her eyes darting around. Watch her shifting in her seat. She is wildly uncomfortable with what was just said, just admitting the facts that Donald Trump did indeed have lunch with a virulent, Holocaust-denying little Nazi, Nick Fuentes. Watch this.
Since he went and visited East Palestine, stopped having lunch with white supremacists, and has got a very disciplined message. According to the Emerson poll, he's got 73% approval rating among Republicans with high school degrees or below. And he's winning in almost every state outside California. And I'll add this to it. It would be interesting if he does not win Iowa and you go to and Governor Sununu gets into New Hampshire. And Governor Sununu is so popular, winning 3 terms as governor there. He could be out and on a bit of a roll. This is the most disciplined I've ever seen him, even compared to 2016. If you see his team, you get text messages every day about policy, not such and such is a jerk or this person has nickname. There are policy things coming out, so it seems very organized. And if you look at, though, when the primaries start rolling out, if he is not strong in Iowa and Sununu's popular in New Hampshire, he might have to wait 2 events in order to win. And I assume it's going to be South Carolina and then Nevada.
But, you know, we've been hearing he's going to have all this momentum to get going. So if he doesn't finish big in the first couple of races, it's like, hey, what's going on?
They're really portending doom for Donald Trump in the campaign in 2024. I don't know how reasonable that is, given Donald Trump's track record and his psychological hold over the base. They worship him. They revere him. They love him. 2 things here. One is, I do think that it signals that DeSantis is Brian Kilmeade's guy. Second, well, first, because he wouldn't just say that, talking about Donald Trump having lunch with white supremacists, if not for that. They would want to paint him in the absolute most glorious, glowing light as possible. The second thing, and maybe the most alarming but obvious thing, is that Donald Trump, their guy, having lunch with white supremacists isn't a deal breaker. It's, finally, he's back to being disciplined. We've never really been disciplined, but we got to wash our hands of this guy. We can't have anything to do with Donald Trump because he's having lunch, meals with Nazis. That doesn't break the bank for them. That's not a bridge too far for Fox News. All they care about is having fascist policies enacted on the people of America, whether that be extra-constitutionally, whether that be through a coup. It doesn't matter. They're going to pick their horse and they're going to run with it. Hopefully, in their view, I believe, hopefully that is Ron DeSantis. But if it has to be Donald Trump, the guy who has lunch with white supremacists, at least he's being more disciplined. That's where we are with Fox News. It is disgusting as they sit along and promote people like Ainsley Earhardt. Again, what about the majority? I'm so sick of taking care of the minority. They promote her. They give her more money, more influence, more airtime.
Church and state of this country. What about the majority? Okay, the majority. I'm so tired of protecting the minority.
Gross. What do you think? Let's talk about it in the comments. That will do two things. It'll communicate your ideas, and we can disagree agreeably in the comments, or agree agreeably. But it also helps with the algorithm to signal to YouTube that people are engaged with my content, to maybe promote it or show it to a new face that has never viewed the video. We would really very much appreciate that. If you do appreciate me, if I bring you value on a day-to-day basis, please consider supporting my work. Click the join button below, become a channel member for as little as $2 a month, or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I would love to see you on social media. I am at Dollemore on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, at Dollemore. And I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.